Hey friends, so today we are back with the 15th edition of our Bagua Zhang class notes. Let's get started, okay? So this week, again, we did not film any warm-up techniques, no mobility drills, no basic forms, no circle walking, no palm changes, nothing. We just focused again on the application of our first Houtian form, first straight line form, Kai Zhang, okay? And remember, we already filmed and practiced a lot of applications and ideas in the weeks before. So this time the video won't cover the same content, but we will continue with new content. And that doesn't mean that you should stop to practice the old stuff and just continue with what you see today. No, in fact, it might take a few weeks until you feel really comfortable with the content of, let's say, last or even the previous week, until you should get to practice the stuff that you see in today's video. Okay, so we are following a progression in class because I know that the people will show up every week. So we can go a little faster. But if you are not able to go to the gym to practice regularly with a partner, then take your time with each and every exercise because they all build on each other. Okay, so reviewing the very simple Kai Zhang Tuishou drill to warm up, maybe even reviewing the basic striking method where you push your partner away or where you pull him in to strike. That's important for now to continue. And once you're familiar with that, you might continue with the content that you'll see in this Bagua Zhang class notes episode. Okay, so what we did here is that we introduced the basic method of Roshou. Roshou is a practice very similar to a Tuishou practice, but for us the main goal at this moment is not that you learn how to break the structure of your partner, to break his balance, to win the battle, so to say, to make it competitive. No, that's not the goal for now. The goal for now is that you find a partner and that you get very familiar with the basic pattern of Roshou, because this basic pattern will be the foundational platform from where we can practice all of our applications later on. Okay, so take your time with that. Believe me, it takes quite a while to become really smooth with the movement, so take this time. Whenever you have questions, just reach out. Okay, so the important thing here in the beginning is you always start with one hand. Okay, so let's make it as easy as possible in the beginning. There's an inside and an outside position. I am currently on the inside position and I am pushing the structure of my arm forward with the outside of my wrist, this part here, into the center of the palm of my partner, who's pressing forward towards my center. So he has a pressing action and I am receiving that pressure through the structure of my arm down into the heel of this foot here. Okay, and when you're on the outside position, like my partner is in this scenario, you always want to move to the inside position. So you start to circle your hand from the outside to the inside. Right, so now he tries to move to the inside position. You saw that circle, and now I am on the outside position. Again, now I have the pressing part and he has the receiving part. But the goal for now is, apart from finding that structure and the solid feeling inside your body, you want to make that circle really smooth, and both people should attempt or should try to always find a proper position of the hand and the alignment of your arm and overall structure. Once you're familiar with the one-handed circles, you should try to use both hands simultaneously. The goal here would always be to move from the outside position to the inside position, kind of a pummeling drill. Because on the inside position, when someone is pushing into your body from the inside compared to the outside, as I am doing in this scenario here, he's on the inside, I'm on the outside, he will always win the battle. When I'm on the outside, I can't apply much force to his body, but if he's on the inside, he has an immediate connection to the center of my body and will be able to move me much easier than I am able to move him from the outside position. The inside position is not only stronger, but you also have nothing in between your body and the body of your opponent, so you can move in closer, close the distance, and from that really close position, you have a ton of possibilities to break structure, to take your partner down, whatever. It's all there. Okay, so you have a lot of influence on the structure and stability of your opponent's body, and you're out of the striking balance where you can receive a lucky punch or all the ballistic strikes and kicks. So back to the basic drill. Have one leg in front, circle your arms. Remember, it's not competitive. You want to find that basic pattern, understand how it works, because we need it as a foundational platform for all the applications we want to practice later on. Okay? So that's the basic drill, circling. So you see, there is basically right now, and it's this stage of learning, there's not much movement. It's a little bit of movement forward and backward, but not yet, okay? We will change that in the next sessions. There will be way more movement, but just wait for it. Okay, so this is the first part, the Rosho part. Practice this deliberately. It's really good when you have it down. So next was a short review of Kaijang, you know, the pushing or striking forward with both hands. The other version where you pull in and you strike towards the chest of your partner. And of course, then the review of this throw here, where we would step out, push or shove the arm of our partner to the side of our body. This is also an application for the single palm change, right? So you rotate your partner's body through pushing at the triceps, moving his arm to the side of your own body, while at the same time moving your other hand, this arm here, up, connecting to the neck of your partner, moving upwards and adding the rotation. So you have a extension in his spine, but you also add an rotation in his spine, so you break the alignment, and this is the space or the perfect timing to move forward with your leg in order to take him down with a simple throw that I showed last time. Okay. The goal of this lesson here, this week's lesson, was that we would chain even more of the movements together. So this last session in Bagua class notes number 14, we showed how to chain 2 movements together. And this time we will chain 3 movements together. Okay, the idea, again, don't think that this kind of application will ever happen in real life. Chances are very, very little. It doesn't matter. For us, at this moment, at this stage of learning, all we want to learn is to become more fluid with the coordination and to learn that after each motion, there should not be a stop. Okay, so there is no technique and let's see how powerful it was. There is movement, block, continue, next one. Block, continue, next one is continuously moving forward all the time until the job is done. Bagua Zhang offers 1,000 applications. Many of you will like some of them and dislike others. That's just very normal, because Bagua Zhang as a system, as I said before, is like an encyclopedia of martial application. Some you will love, others you won't be able to apply. But as a martial artist, with the mindset of a martial artist, you want to know them. You want to see what generations before you have figured out about or the concepts and practical applications of fighting, and experience this within your own body, test it, and later on you might decide, well, this is for me. Absolutely, I love this stuff. Or, boah, this is not my thing. I understand it. I also understand how I could counter that, but to apply it, no, I don't think that's for me. I always mention that same example, you know. My teacher, Luo Dexiu, he's a big, strong man, and especially by the time that I went to Taiwan the first time, he was really big and really strong. Okay, so when he demonstrated bumping with the hips, like in the bear form, I was just like blown away from it. You know, he is so strong with that. Now, when I try this technique, I understand the coordination, I understand the timing, but my hips are like that narrow, you know. If I apply hip bumps, I just basically feel like running and bumping into a wall and just breaking my own body into pieces. So this is something, like I said, you want to know that, you want to experience it, you want to feel that, okay, that's, you know, I'm interested in everything in martial arts. I try it, I test it, and then I say, well, great thing, or I say, not working, or I say, well, it's not working yet, but it seems to have something that's interesting. Maybe I will come back to that later and research it further. Okay, so that's the mindset which always helped me when I see something that looks different or difficult in the beginning, but later on it might show that it actually works for you. All right, so enough of the talking. Let's go back to the actual practice here. First movement, Kaijang. Second movement, another bridge, another Kaijang. Okay, so very simple. You just repeat the pattern. Once, twice, once, tuck, twice, bam. And now what happens is that he even counters the second one. So you move forward, one. You move forward into a slight angle. I will talk about that a little later in the next form in Pongjang. Moving from the center line to 45-degree angle with the second Kaijang here. But now he's also blocking that second technique, you know, because people are usually, oh wait, it's right now it's carnival, and I should say people are usually drunk, but no, usually people are in fight or flight motion, and they are very aware of their face, and they will protect their face with their hands. Okay, that's a very normal human reaction. If something is coming straight towards your face, you will protect your face and your head, of course, with the brain. Yeah. So again, as I said before, you might not ever see this exact motion in a real-time scenario, in a real-world scenario. But it's good to practice, to chain those movements together. You know, 1, 2, 3. That's what I said here. 1, 2, move in, 3. And please take your time and just practice this over and over again, 100 times, you know, 200 times, and keep practicing it. The thing that I always say to the students in class is always refrain from using strength or speed to make your technique better. Become very, very smooth through a lot of deliberate repetitions, and the speed and the strength will follow without you adding it intentionally. Okay? Very important thing. And it's just, I said it all the time before, Luo Dexiu, when he applies his technique, I have never ever felt any tension or excess tension somewhere in his body. He is so damn powerful. If he pulls your hand, if he pushes you and shoves you away, it's strong, and it's never with additional speed or any excess tension. It's all smooth, whole body power. It's brilliant, you know. I've seen so many people before I met Luo, and I had them like hit my face and whatever. Yeah, it's everything of that was understandable, you know, it's mechanics, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, he's better than me. But the first time I ever experienced like really connected force was with Luo. And yeah, it's just, it takes time. So go for it, grab your partner, go to the park, do 1,000 reps, and come back the next day and repeat. Yeah, in Taiwan we were lucky that we had so much time after class, so we could just go on and practice application all night long. That was yeah, something that you usually don't get out of a 90-minute class, and everybody has to go home afterwards because it's the next class coming up. It's not ideal, but it's a start. So for the next one, another idea, which is also, you could also see that as an application for Kaizhang. It's another throw, but the opening method is different. Okay, and the opening method is something that we learn in the Jiben Shofa. You know, this is the method here, opening the arms from the inside to the outside. And you remember our second Jiben Shofa movement. It's this one. Okay, so the idea and application is you move forward on the inside and then you strike forward with your forearm into the direction of your neck, of the neck of your partner. Usually, again, this gets blocked. He's not stupid or drunk. So it gets blocked. You grab the shoulder, you pull him or you jerk him down just a little bit. There's no need for a strong pull. And then you extend your hand again and you pull with this right hand here. With this backhand, the rear hand. So you have a pulling and a pushing motion. You really push forward. And then again, you use your whole body to lean forward, like in the basic idea of Kaizhang, that you want to use your whole body power in order to strike. But you also, in many takedowns, you can use just your, you see here, Carnival in Cologne. Everybody's drunk on the street. Sip some water. All right, so pushing, pulling, and now I basically push him forward. I broke his structure before, and then I can just take away his balance, take away his standing leg. Yeah. So move in, pull and push, Always the same concept. You can see that in million ways, in many throws. Again, that's the message of today. Practice all the things that we've shown in this past 2 or 3 class notes deliberately, and don't try to jump from technique number 3 to, let's say, this takedown that we just talked about. Try to move in a progression. Okay, it makes sense to do it in that way. All right, I hope you enjoyed this next session here, class notes number 15. Again, please film your partner applications. If you have a partner, start to push your family around, your kids. You know, every technique works so much better with old people and kids. And yeah, let's see you again next week. Class notes number 16 is coming up. See you there.